Okay, after the jars have boiled for about 10 or 15 minutes, I just shut them off to keep them hot. Because we're going to puree up the apples into applesauce. We're going to put them back into the sauce pot, and we're going to bring them to a boil with some sugar and some, I use cinnamon red hots instead of cinnamon. It works real well to give it a little bite of cinnamon. So the next step is to go ahead and just, puree up all the apples into basically applesauce. I like mine pretty fine, but you can make it as coarse or as fine as you like. So I just let it go. Now sometimes if the apples don't want to chop up very fine, you just have to add a little bit of apple juice from the bottom of the pan here. It'll go a lot easier. Okay, while I'm pureeing up the apples for applesauce, I go ahead and heat the lids and rings up to 180 degrees in preparation for the canning after I cook the applesauce. And when heating the lids and rings, the lids especially, you don't want to bring them all the way to a boil because the compound that's used for sealing starts to get ready to seal at boiling. So just bring it to about 180 degrees or a simmer. That's as warm as they need to be. Okay, the lids are at 180, so I shut them off, put the lid on, let them sit until I'm ready to use them. Now we've got our 20 pounds of applesauce ready to add the sugar and the red hots and the cinnamon. And we're going to bring everything to a gradual boil. I start slow and work my way up so it doesn't burn to the bottom of the pot. Yeah, the recipe calls for 1/4 cup of sugar per pound of apples. Since we've got 20 pounds, I'm going to start with 5 cups of sugar. Instead of cinnamon, I use 3 boxes of these red hots I bought at Walgreens. Okay, we bring everything up to a gradual boil, real slow, stirring constantly. Don't want it to stick to the bottom of the pan and burn or it'll really taste bad. Okay, the applesauce is simmering away and it smells great. It's time to start canning it.